What's good to it, dude, man? It's your boy Cowboy back here with another banger video today. Hey, man, look, this is the second record of the same video, so I'm kind of a little irritated, but we're going to get straight into it. Y'all see, we have my 6'11", 212, 6'11 wingspan, crafty offensive engine, right? Y'all see the little stats at the bottom, you know what I'm saying? The 94 pass act, 93 midi, the 91 driver lay, the 91 free throw. Hey, if you're not a fast player, turn the free throw down. And then the 89 trade ball, right? But we're going to go ahead and hop straight into the builder part of it, right? I want to hop into that and talk to y'all about that, my breakdown, my process whenever it comes to stuff like that, because that is what I do whenever it comes to this game. I can put up some clips, you know what I'm saying, show y'all little stuff that I do with my build and different stuff like that, bro, because I feel like that's the best way to do all this, right? Doing it any other way, that's not, you know what I'm saying, me really talking to you, you know what I'm saying, you watching the video. So, like I said, power forward, 6'11", 212 weight, 6'11 wingspan, right? I'm going to go ahead and hop into this. So, as you see, I put an 84 close shot, 88 driving lane. The 84 close shot is so I can get that silver paint prodigy, your 6'11", right? You want to be able to finish around the rim. You know what I'm saying? Great. You feel me? You don't want to be a liability down there. So you throw the ball to you, you can go quick up real quick. An 88 driving lay to give you that gold floater. If you haven't seen my past videos, floater is broken. That's a very good floater is broken. Floaters are broken. Floaters are great in this game. And I don't feel as though like floaters are all the way how they wasn't on like 2K24, but they're way better than 2K25. I couldn't do a floater at all, no matter my layup rate, right? 87 driver dunk. 87 driver dunk gets you that silver posterizer, that paired with a 75 vert. Of course, the vert isn't 75, but we'll get into that when we get later on. But the 87 driver dunk with the 75 vert, that's where you get your pro contacts off one. You cannot get pro contacts off. That's where you get your pro contacts off two. You cannot get your pro contacts off one on this build, unfortunately, because you can only get an 87 driver dunk. They're smart people. You know what I'm saying? They are very smart people in the 2K community, in the 2K dev community. You know what I'm saying? They understand that, hey, you can go 6'11, you can really get jiggy with one. Let's not give them the better pro contact dunks. You know what I'm saying? Smart guys, right? Or women, you know what I'm saying? Could definitely be women too. So standing up 172, so you can get bronze rise up. Like I said, that I feel like that's a real staple whenever you get to like your bigger builds. You have an A72 standard dunk just makes the build a little bit more crazy. And then 170 post control. 70 post control give you a silver post fade phenom. Later on, we're gonna put this to 87, but that's not right now. That's for way future in the build. I'm just saying, I'm trying to save y'all some money, bro. I'm trying to save y'all some money. If 6'11's moving how y'all see that they moving in all these clips and stuff, you sitting there being able to step in the post bag, post fade with a Hall of Fame post fade phenom. Hey, it just changed the game all the way, right? And then especially post fade phenom is tier 1, unfortunately. So you can't sit there and, you know, exploit the system that way, right? You get a post up poet on bronze, a hook specialist on silver, and you get post powerhouse on bronze as well. Whenever you go a higher post control, you're also going to possibly be able to unlock a silver unpluckable, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, you get silver unpluckable at 86 post control. Like I said, you're gonna have to use all of your not all your cap breakers now, but all your cap breakers in the future, because you're gonna end up getting an 87 post control, and that'll have you having a silver unpluckable outright. But that's later on. We're not talking about that right now. I chose shooting specialization, right? And that's the reason why I chose shooting specialization is because we're gonna end up putting +5 on our mid range. Right, we have an 88 midi, right? So with the 88 midi, you unlock nothing because you unlock everything else at 89. But whenever you get to 91 midi, you unlock a gold shifty. When you unlock at 92, you get gold deadeye, and at 93, you get Hall of Fame set shot. Now, I did my whole shooting specialization in a week. If I'd have sat there and really locked in, I could have got that done in like 2 or 3 days. Shooting is the easiest one by far. If not that, it is rebounding. Other than that, everything else is a little bit more of a grind, but shooting for sure is the easiest one, in my opinion, right? And since it's my opinion, I can't be wrong. It's all facts, right? It's just all facts because it's my opinion, right? Anyways, you get +2 in the specialization itself. We have a total of 9 cap breakers. Now, this build is phenomenal with just 3. Right? You don't need all those other cap breakers because with just 3, that's when you be able to dribble. That's when you turn into the actual .4. You know what I'm saying? We're not a point forward, we're a .4, right? So we're going to go 93 mid-range, right? Of course, like I said, this is with your specialization and 3 cap breakers. This is not outright. You do not waste any of your cap breakers that you have, that you earned any other way. Use your build. Make sure you save 2 slots at least for build specialization. You get 89 3-pointer. That is silver and limitless. You can max +2s if you want to. I personally don't. and you can put a cap breaker on here and go to a 93 pointer, and that'll give you deep bomber if you want that. I personally don't. When 91 free throw, I run fives, I get fouled. I like to go to the line and make free throw. I have not been able to shoot free throws that good in this game, but hey, you go to the line, you get a free throw. So, and if you don't, again, if you run this build with in park, you can drop that down and put it on something else. But I say check your cap breakers, right? Don't just do it and then think, you know, you're going to get the same cap breaker layout that I got, because that can possibly change you getting a +8 and something like speed ball, and then you end up getting a +1 there, right? So I'm just letting you know. 94 pass act, that gets me bailout on gold, that gets me break starter on Hall of Fame, versatile visionary on gold, and dimer on Hall of Fame. We're going to end up putting this to 99 eventually, not right now, but that's just something we're going to do, right? Want a 64 ball handle. Like I said, we're going to put 2 cap breakers on here to make it a 75. And then with our speed ball, we're going to put 1 cap breaker, which is going to give it +8 to go from a 60 to a 68, right? Interior, we went 81. I know if you go 82, you can get that post lockdown on silver, but we had to sacrifice it for right now just because we need it for the build. I personally haven't had an issue with post scores, so if I need to, I will in the future. But right now, I'm just gonna leave it at 81 really. And then you also get paint patroller at a 70 interior and an 84 block. So as we're already talking about block, we have an 84 block right now. So with 84 block, you get that silver paint patroller. You also get a silver high flying denier. But we're gonna end up putting 4 cap breakers on this later on to get it to 88. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly where to put certain cap breakers, like right out the gate, in the order of priority of these cap breakers, if you're trying to make the 0.4 that I personally made in the exact order that I made it. 72 perimeter, that'll give you silver. That's where you get silver and movable. If you go down to 71, you only get it on bronze, and you get a bronze challenger at 71 perimeter. The 42 stills, I get stills, not like a crazy amount. I'm not jumping in the lanes or anything like that, but if I'm in position, I hit square at the right time, I get stills. So me having a 42 still isn't really a detriment. And in the future, if I want to put, I think 3 cap breakers, I'll be at a 63 still. And then if I use that 4th cap breaker on it, I'll be at a 67. So I can do that in the future if I want to. I haven't felt the need to. Now, rebounding. So since this build has a 6'11 wingspan, my offensive rebounding goes to 78. That's the reason why you see a 55-0 board and an 80D board, right? At 80D board, you get silver rebound chaser. I wanted silver rebound chaser because there's times I need to jump for a rebound. There's times in the park that the rebound, you know what I'm saying? If you have a bad 3, a bad big man in the park, you will not get rebounds. You will lose because everybody's running and fading. So you need somebody to get rebounds. 80 defensive rebound, I feel like has been enough for me. I also put a max +2 on here to go to Hall of Fame rebound chaser. That's just me personally. And I also put a max +1 on my box out beast to go from a silver to a gold. But again, that's what I do. I'm just letting you know what I do, right? So we'll go with our speed, 178 speed, 1 off of max. We needed that 79, and then probably that 82. You know what I'm saying? That's why we took from that 82 interior. That's the reason why we did it. We needed that probably for something else. Don't really remember because I edited this. I made this build probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So 78 speed, 73 agility, 82 strength. The 82 strength is for silver, immovable, right? And also you get different stuff in there future-wise, right? You get your post-up poet right now. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you put the cap breakers on there, you'll get that to silver. Your physical finisher, I put a cap breaker on my driving legs from an 88 to a 91, and that gave me physical finisher on gold, right? On brick wall, I get that at 72. And like I said, immovable, I did that so I can have it on silver. And I also get a gold strong handles on this build as well, right? So there's a lot of different stuff that you get. I really like it a lot at 82 because, like I said, I made it specifically. That's why I made them specifically 212. Well, because minimum weight is 210, but 212 is the lowest weight you could be, and I think still get that 68 speed with balls, right? So it's real fine tuning. You know what I'm saying? I really did in depth detail for badges and different stuff like that. And the 80 vert. So whenever you do go to 88 block, you can get that high flying denier on gold. You know what I'm saying? You want that. You don't want everyone to be like, you can't get that on gold. And then you get your pogo stick. You already got that gold. And then, you know, if you ever wanted to put like your standard dunk higher, you might possibly be able to do that to get rise up on silver. But this is the build. This is the entirety of it. We're going to hop it right into the cap breakers of it so I can do my breakdown on that part of it as well. So as you already seen from the whole video, we're going to hop into the cap breaker spot of it, right? Main priority, if you're going to choose shooting specialization, really think of it from a highest priority aspect of it, right? if you're already like playmaking specialization, you can pick playmaking and then like put the cap breakers on their playmaking stuff. If you're already shooting, you can pick that. I suggest pick that because that's what I did. And I picked shooting because of your max +2 and your max +1 you get from your build specialization. That's why I picked it, just letting you know. All right, so look, all you need is 3 though. All you need is 3 cap breakers right now, and this build is perfect. Like I said, you get 3 cap breakers from hitting like rookie 5, and you can hit like level 15 in the crew, and you'll have 3 cap breakers. You hit level 40, it's like 18 days left. You hit level 40 in the season, that's 4 cap breakers, right? And you hit like 100 in the lifetime challenge, which is really easy. You can grind it out today, right? And that's 5 cap breakers. So you can make this build real crazy with 5 cap breakers alone, right? But we're just gonna talk with 3. So I ain't gonna talk about too much more and then talking to build specialization, do all the other stuff. With the first 3, I put 2 on my ball handle to get it to 75, put 1 on my speed ball to get it to 68. Went immediately to my mid-range because I have 9, but we're gonna speak from the point of view only having 3, right? After that, you want to make sure you saved at least 2 slots in your mid-range for your build specialization cap breakers, right? So what I did, again, I counted it all out. I was working on my build specialization cap breakers at this point, so I almost had them. So I put +3 on my mid-range to put it to a 91, and then I added my 2 build specialization cap breakers to put it to 93. And then with my very last cap breaker, I put my driving lay to a 91. This gave me gold physical finisher, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I unlocked any other layup packages or something like that. You don't get any other layup packages as a big man with that high of a layup. I think 88 might be the max that you get a layup package anyway. All right, so now what I'm going to do with my next set of cap breakers, whether that be whenever we hit 30 in the crew, whether I hit starter 5, whatever the cap breakers come from, right? I'm going to probably go pass hack, right? I want to go to that 99 pass hack, right? And that's probably what I'm going to go focus on next. After that, I can go with my layup, which maxes out at 95. I think I want to say you get gold mix master at 93. And I want to say you get Hall of Fame float at 95. I could be wrong. I'm just saying like what I think it is. Right. After that, I'm probably going to go, if I don't do layup, I'm going to go block. And I'm going to go to 88 block. And then after a block, then I'll go layup. Right. So one or the other, whatever I feel. After that, I might throw that +1 on my interior if I feel like it. If not, it is what it is. And then I'll step down to post control and work post control. And like I said, this post control, it maxes out like what is this 8 and 9. So that's 17 and 70 is 87. The 87 post control is phenomenal in this game. I think that's post up poet on gold. Maybe I think it's gold if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so those are my points. This is going to be, and it's a bunch of cap breakers we're talking about. This is way in the future, but this is just different stuff that I'm thinking about whenever I think about making these builds. I think about in game. You know what I'm saying? I think about, will I still be utilizing this build in March, in April? And if your answer is no, do not make that build. Do not waste your money, your time, your VC, any of that on a build that you do not see yourself using in April, in May, in June. I don't know necessarily if I'm gonna be on this game in June because GTA 6 come out. But if I am, hey, then this is a build that I can use then. You know what I'm saying? And this is a build anytime I can hop off of there, hop back on here and run this up with, right? So hey man, it's me, man, Cali Boy 2 Raw. I will see y'all in the next video. Please go check out my last video if you have not already. And I'm out, bro.